Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down complex topics into clear, engaging explainers. Today, we're digging into the anatomy of a breakout stock.
So how does a stock pull something like this off? Today, we're going to tear apart the technical analysis of Rigetti Computing, that's ticker RGTI, to understand its incredible recent run. We're going to unpack the bullish signals, the hidden warnings, and what it all means for what could happen next. All right, first up, let's just get a handle on the sheer scale of this stock's movement, because calling it a rise really doesn't do it justice. This was more like an explosion. To really grasp this, we've got to rewind the clock. Just 3 months back, in early July, one share of RGTI would have set you back about $13.52. Okay, remember that number? Now watch this. Fast forward to October 6th, and it has skyrocketed to over $41. We're talking a nearly 200% gain. That is a massive, massive move in a super short amount of time. And look, this wasn't some slow and steady climb. Nope. This was a series of just powerful surges, and each one was fueled by these incredible spikes in trading volume. You can see it right on the timeline. Every major jump was backed by well over 100 million shares changing hands. That's not just random market noise, folks. That is some serious conviction driving this price higher.
So, what in the world is fueling all this optimism? What are the technical signals telling us is driving this stock up, up, up? Okay, let's get into it.
When analysts crack open the charts, what they're seeing is, well, pretty much a textbook bullish setup. This means the stock isn't just creeping higher, it's consistently blowing past its own recent performance. That's a sign of a very strong, very established uptrend.
And this chart really just says it all, doesn't it? The current price, way up there near 41 bucks, absolutely towers over both its short-term and its long-term moving averages. You know, when a stock is trading this far above its historical baseline, that's a classic, powerful signal of a really robust, healthy uptrend.
And it's not just one signal. It's like a whole dashboard of indicators, and they are all flashing bright green. The MACD, which tracks momentum, says the upward push is actually still accelerating. The ADX, which measures trend strength, is over 50. That's basically analyst speak for, this trend is ridiculously strong. The Arun indicator confirms it. And maybe most importantly, the positive check-in money flow tells us that big money is flowing into the stock, not cashing out.
But you know, it's never that simple, is it? A good analysis always looks at both sides of the coin, and the data here is also revealing some pretty significant red flags that you just can't ignore. So this is really the big question that these warning signs are raising. Is this stock flying a little too close to the sun? The data strongly suggests that while the momentum is just incredible, the price might be stretched to its absolute limit, which could be setting the stage for a reversal. This brings us to a really crucial concept in technical analysis, the idea of a stock being overbought. Now, in plain English, that's when the buying has been so aggressive so fast that the price has just gotten way out ahead of itself. You can think of it as a sign that the stock really needs to catch its breath, which makes a pullback or a correction much more likely.
And yeah, in RGTI's case, those warning sirens are blaring. You've got 3 key indicators right here, the RSI, MFI, and Williams %R, and they are all screaming overbought. Just to put it in perspective, for the RSI, anything over 70 is considered the danger zone. RGTI's is almost 88. It's the perfect picture of a rubber band being stretched right to its breaking point. And this slide, right here, this lays out the central conflict perfectly. On one side, you have all those powerful upward trend signals just pushing the stock higher and higher. But on the other side, you have these equally strong signals that the stock is seriously overheating and is due for a cooldown. It's a classic tug of war.
So you've got this epic battle raging between bullish strength in these overbought conditions. And that whole conflict sets up 3 very distinct, very different possibilities for where the stock might go from here.
Okay, first, let's set the battlefield. Up top, you've got this immediate ceiling, what analysts call resistance, right around $42. Think of this as the price level that the stock is really struggling to punch through.
And on the flip side, you have the support floor, down around 27 bucks. This is a price level where buyers have jumped in before, and it's where they might be expected to show up again to, support the price.
So these two numbers, the ceiling and the floor, they frame the 3 most likely paths forward. Scenario 1, the bullish case. Momentum wins, the stock smashes through that $42 ceiling and keeps on climbing. Scenario 2, the bearish case. Those overbought warnings come true, the stock fails at resistance and falls back toward that $27 floor. And then there's the neutral case, where it just gets stuck. chopping back and forth between the two as the bulls and bears fight it out.
So, after all that, what's the final word? What's the takeaway? Well, it really all boils down to managing the risk that's created by all these conflicting signals.
And the conclusion really is a call for caution. With such a strong trend fighting against such severely overbought conditions, the analysis suggests being prudent. In other words, this might not be the ideal time to just jump in with new money. The smarter play might be to manage your risk, either by taking some profits off the table if you're already in, or by just waiting for the dust to settle before looking for a new entry point.
And that leaves us right here with this one final fascinating question. The stock is perfectly balanced on a knife's edge between incredible market enthusiasm and some very real technical limits. So which force is going to win out? Will momentum continue to defy gravity, or is a pullback finally on the horizon? That's the multi-million-dollar question that everyone's trying to answer right now.